Hello to all my friends out there, and this video is how to get started selling watches on eBay. Okay, I have a business and it's called House of Sumner Fine Jewelry and Collectibles, and I've been selling jewelry, watches, sunglasses, clothes, purses, just about anything and everything I could. And my idea was to sell exclusively at the swap meet. And then I decided to sell a few items on eBay and I liked it. And so I said to my son, what do you think if I'd sell full-time on eBay? And he said, I think it's a good idea, Mom. And so that's what started this. So this video, how to sell watches on eBay. Okay. Watches are a little bit intimidating. I've only been buying watches about 2 years myself, but it's coming along nicely. So the first thing is, where am I going to get these watches? Well, you can get, what you want to do when you first start, because you're going to make a lot of mistakes, is you want to buy your inventory cheap so that if you make a mistake, you can sell it at a yard sale or a thrift store. So it would be thrift stores, yard sales, and swap meet. Okay, the stuff is not super plentiful at these places, but it can be done. Then you would want to move up to hawk shops, which are scary because they could be stolen. And another thing is they could be, you know, a lot of times when you buy watches that don't have a battery, but that could be the least of it, you know. The batteries could, it could be just needing a battery, or it could be totally broken. Sometimes I buy broken watches for parts. When I was doing the swap meet, I saw them come up and just take everything the guy had. I guess the stuff was stolen. So you want to be careful buying stolen stuff, because they'll just take the stuff and you won't have any stuff and you won't have any money. And then finally you would move on to private clients. Okay, selling high dollar items on eBay is kind of tricky. You know, all kinds of things can and does go wrong. So mostly my idea was to sell watches, jewelry, and sunglasses. I might do a video how to sell jewelry on eBay after I finish this one, maybe. Okay, 1, don't buy bulk. Hand pick your watches. Okay, I made the mistake of buying tons of jewelry and watches. And so what happened is I got a lot of watches and jewelry that is totally valueless. And so then I have to take them to the swap meet, sit in the sun, and sell them dirt cheap, like 50 cents or $1. So I don't suggest bulk. I suggest hand picking the items. Number 2, find watches that resemble expensive watches. Okay, I would start out on stainless steel bracelet watches for men that resemble high dollar watches. Okay, I bought this watch dirt cheap. And this is a nice stainless steel bracelet watch. It really is. And I bought it really, really cheap, which brings us to the next point. Don't pay much for a watch in a thrift store. Wait until the watches go on sale and then buy them there. Then do not pay full price. Okay, here's an example. I bought this watch today, and I bought this watch because, now this is not expensive. This is a Jordache watch, but this watch resembles a Rolex watch. I know it's a stretch, but you know, it's got a date window. And so they had this priced at 15 bucks. And I said, nah, I don't think so. You know, it's a Jordache watch. I've got to get a battery. So today they dropped the price to $7.50, so I took it. Okay, now this watch. This watch is a Timex watch, but it resembles a Rolex watch, you know, kind of, sort of. And what I look for is white dial, blue dial, and black dial. And so, and I bought this watch really dirt cheap, like $2, and it wasn't worth any more, and I'll tell you why. Because someone has sized it. Someone has taken some links out. Someone kind of small Okay, and then this is a men's rhinestone bracelet watch, but these are pretty, and this is really a pretty watch, and I paid very little money for that watch. What I like to pay is, I like it when I can get a watch for $2 or $3, but if I can get a half decent watch between $5 and $10, then I will sometimes pick them up. And then this brings me to another point. Buy only watches that are brand new. If the watch is showing wear, don't bother. It's going to be hard to sell. Okay, now these two little watches are women's bracelet watches, and I got them dirt cheap. What I like to do is wait until they go on sale, 75% off, and that's how I got these. And then I got this watch super cheap too. This is Pierre Cardin, and this is really a nice watch. And I'm sure I can sell that on eBay. I waited and I got that watch. The stuff was marked down one day for $1. And then this is a Sarah Coventry watch. Okay, so this brings me to the women's watches. This is a ribbon watch. Otherwise, this watch is like a little gold bracelet. And this is, now these are nice. If you can get these Carvela watches, these are really pretty. This is a ribbon watch. It's like a silver bracelet. And then I buy these. If I can get my hands on them, I buy them. And so they're like little bracelets, you know, silver bracelets. And easy to sell around Christmas time. And then I bought this watch. What is this watch? This is a Fossil watch, but it's got, well, how I list them is 100% man-made crocodile. So, you know, it's got a date window. And it's really a nice square watch as well. This is nice. You can put this on with a pair of jeans and look really, really nice. And then the last thing that is super important is find somebody you can trust to put the batteries in. I've had them steal the crown before, not the place I go now, but it's happened before. And then they said, well, what's the big deal? We don't know where it is. Well, what are you going to do? Assault the guy? I felt like it, but of course, you know, that's not smart. So don't buy bulk, hand pick. Find watches that resemble expensive watches. Find watches that are very low price. Find watches that are new. Find someplace to get the batteries reasonable. Okay, and so now I'll just make one more mention. Okay, so this is a nice Vince, oh, it's upside down, Vince Camuto bracelet. And then this watch, let me show you. This watch is a knockoff Rolex watch. Okay, after you do jewelry and collectibles, you kind of learn. This watch shows ton of wear and tear. This is a men's watch. And I would say this is an estate watch. Most likely whoever owned this watch wore it until the day he died. It's a men's watch. Okay, you cannot sell these on eBay or you'll get in tons of trouble. No more you on eBay. But you can buy them if you get the chance, and then you can sell them to a private party. You know, we talked about the last place you would go is private vendors, private parties. So if you can find good knockoffs, that goes for purses too. You know, you're not supposed to be selling them, but if you can find them, if you have them, and you get a client. When I was doing the goth style clothes, I had clients who would buy anything I could find. It's not easy to find used. So this is how to sell watches on eBay, and God bless you all.